So let us start then. Today's class will, as I told, will have mostly the problem solving class. As you have seen here, the title given as assignment of carbon and proton in the compound based on depth, cozy, head-core, and a bit discussion of the pending part, which is inept spectra. Okay. Now, let us go to our first problem, what we have given in the last class. So the molecule has been given. You have to come up with the 45, depth 45, 90, and 135 spectra, as well as the cozy and the head core spectra of the compound. So here, if you look at, if I let me take the pen. Yeah, if I consider first, let us summarize the thing. Depth 45, what it will show? Can anybody tell? It will show the carbon which are having proton attached to it. Okay, so that we know. So you have in this molecule 4 carbon. You have if I give numbering from here 1, 2, 3, 4. So among these 1, 2, and 4, these are the carbon where you have the hydrogen. So that 3 peaks you will observe. Okay, you will get it. And if I draw the spectrum, the tentative value will be like this. This will be the lowest one, around 8. Okay, then you have 2 here, 2 and 4. Okay, now 45 is like this one. You have around 8. You have around 28. You have around 38. Okay, so these are the 3 peaks. Depth 90, you will not have any peak because there is no CH. So no CH, no CH. So you will not get any peak. Okay. Depth 135, you have the CH2, which will be reversed. Okay. So opposite phase. Now between Me and CH2, which one is will be higher in 13C value? It will be CH2. You have less number of hydrogen here, and so if you are increasing the number of proton, your value is going to get low. So your expectation, if you look at the allylic position, this methyl as well as the CH2, okay, both are allylic position, but the CH2 you have less hydrogen, so it is getting higher value. So you are getting this as your CH2. CH2 is opposite. So this is very straightforward. Hopefully everybody has completed this one. Now, if I go for cozy, so cozy means you have 2D NMR where you have 1 H, so your H should be in superscript. So 1 should be in superscript. So 1H NMR has been placed to both the axes. Okay, so x-axis and y-axis. Now, if you think about the proton NMR, how it will look like, this methyl, it will be triplet, right? This CH2, it will be quadrate, and you have this methyl will be singlet, right? Now among these, definitely this quadrate will be having the maximum value. Okay, then you have this methyl, then you have this methyl, so far away from C double bond O. Now, as I told earlier, if you have allylic proton, okay, allylic type means you have CH, then connection with C double bond X, okay, C double bond C can be, it can C double bond O or anything it can be. If you have unsaturation, then this age generally it comes near about 2 based on what type of X you have. If it is carbon, it will be a bit lower, around 1.8 light. If it is double bond O, it will be around 2.1. Okay, that will be varying, and also you have the effect of number of hydrogen. So if you have less hydrogen, your value will be more a higher position. Okay, now at that we can see you have CH3 here, and here you have CH2. So between CH3 and CH2, you will have definitely the CH2 will have a higher value. Okay, and that will cross the value of 2. So what we can see, it is around 2 point something. Okay, so 2 point maybe 3 or 4. What we are getting for methyl here, allylic position. Okay, so alpha methyl, if you consider in terms of carbonyl, that is near about 2. You can consider this around 1.9. Okay, and you have methyl which is far away, so that value will be definitely lower than 1. So this is the triplet. So you have triplet, singlet, and quadret. Similarly, you have to put here the triplet, singlet, and quadret. Now, what is the job of COSY? You know already, it reveals the off diagonal spot that tells which protons are coupling to each other. Okay. Now you know the CH2 is coupling to methyl, so that means you have the peak development based on that two interactions. So you have you have the CH2 quadret, you have this is CH2, okay, and you have this methyl, this is triplet, so CH3, okay, that two are interacting. So take one from one axis, the CH2, and another axis, CH3, that will be interacting. So you have a common spot here that is telling the off diagonal spot, and you have the just opposite to it, you have another off diagonal spot. Okay, so that too will be the off diagonal spot, and you have the diagonal spot based on the same proton interactions. Okay, in this 2D NMR. So you have this methyl, you have this methyl. So if you extrapolate, it is touching here. So you have one diagonal methyl. This is another diagonal methyl, and this is diagonal CH2. Okay. So this is the COSY spectra. It's very straightforward. So you have this spectra. So we'll be expecting this type of bigger spots. Okay. Always remember, the real spectra doesn't have only this. You may have some other tiny spots here and there. Okay, but you have to correlate whether it is properly matching or not. Okay, then you have to consider that spots. Now head core. This head core we also sometimes call it as HMQC. Okay, you just remember this one, but it is mostly head core is most well known. Now here what you see, you have to place the along the x-axis, okay, the 13C, and along y-axis you have to place the proton NMR. So one is, and here you have 13C. Now if you look at this particular compound, your 13C is already there. Okay, only the carbonyl was missing in the depth. So you just have to consider the carbon. Okay, you can place all the carbon, no issue, but the carbon which is having the proton, that particular carbon will be shown in the 2D NMR. Okay, this head core NMR. Now here if you see, you have this methyl, it is shown around here. So you have around 8 maybe. Okay, so you have so this is, you have around 8. This one CH2 you got, it is higher, so it is around 38, and this methyl you are getting around 29. Okay, and this will be above 100, so it is around 100, sorry, above 200, so 210. Okay, so these are the values. So you are putting here along the axis, and here y axis you have kept the NMR, proton NMR. You are looking at the spot development. So what you will expect, this CH3 and this methyl, it should have one common spot. Okay, so this one. So this is due to that two interaction. This methyl is a singlet, so that means this is this 29 peak. So you have 29 here, so that is going to give the spot 29. Okay, common spot, and you have a quadrate, which is this one, which is around 38. You have corresponding 13C value. So you have this one, you will be getting this as your spot. So these are the three different spots you will be expecting. Okay, now you check your answer and find out whether these are you are getting or not. Okay. So your assignment, what I have given, those who have submitted, based on that, some no, this you have the 9 marks or 6 marks are allotted for the activities. Okay, so in that category I'll consider. Okay, now what we'll be looking at, so I'll be giving one problem. You have to come up with the assignment. Okay, this is important. So you have to tell me which carbon or which proton is having what peak. Okay, so let us have one problem here. So quickly try to draw tentatively, okay, the spectra in your notebook. Okay, and then I'll give just 4 minutes or 5 minutes to draw, and then we'll have the discussion. Okay, so quickly draw it. You have given only depth 135, so DPT 135 given. Cozy given here. Look at the position. So just first you note down, I'll give here, this one is a triplet, this is a doublet, you have multiplet, you have multiplet. So this is triplet, doublet, multiplet, multiplet. Okay, spots, diagonal spot, you consider this as your diagonal spot. Okay, this as the diagonal spot. I am simplifying for you. Okay, off diagonal spot will be these two and these two, along with these two. So these are off diagonal spot. Okay, I am giving double circle. Quickly note down. So the corresponding value you first note down. You have the triplet is coming around 1, doublet is coming around 1.5, multiplet is coming around, maybe this is, if I take 1.5, 6, 7, so 1.7 and 8 in between, you can take 1.7 or 1.8, that one. Multiplet, another multiplet is coming around, you can consider as 4. Okay, so that are the values for 13C depth, you have value around, this is 10, this one is around 20, this one is coming around, maybe this is 30, 35, so you consider this is 35, okay. This one you consider as 60, okay. So these are the depth spot of this compound. Formula given is this one, C4H9Cl. So that one you note down. So you are done with the values and spectra. I'll show the head code now. So if you give signals are done, then I will show the head code spectra. Done? If you note down the values and the multiplicity, you can quickly draw later on. Okay. So triplet here I told it is coming around 1, doublet is 1.5, 1.5, multiplet is coming as I told 1.8 you can take. Here this multiplet you take as 4. Okay. So you are done with the spectrum, right? Formula is C4H9Cl. So I'm going to the head code spectrum. Okay. Let us move to the head code spectrum. So your head code spectrum is given. You have 13C along the X, Y you have the proton NMR. So as you know, this is already told, triplet, doublet, multiplet and multiplet. Okay. So what you see here, the peak around 10. Okay, it's not 10 but 12 maybe. But whatever it is, we have considered 10. So let us consider this is 10. This one we have considered around in the last slide. We have around. Who can tell this one around what we have considered? 20. This one we have considered around
60, sir.
No, 60. This one I have considered. What we have considered this one? Third one?
Oh, third one, 35.
35 we have considered. Okay, that peak was. Okay, anyway, this is you take as 35. Okay, just for understanding this one, because it is a bit enlarged, so your values are exactly what we have here. So, but anyway, for our understanding, we are considering this one. So, what we are getting information, you have the spot here that indicates this triplet is associated with this. Okay, this 20, you have a spot here, and that indicates you have the doublet here. This is from proton and 20 peak, doublet proton, and this 13C. You have this one, which is multiplet attached with this 35, and 60 is showing this multiplet. Okay. So now you just note down this one quickly. This is very straightforward, quickly, and then you come to the formula and try to draw all the possible structure based on this formula. So your formula was C4H9Cl. So what could be your possible structure? First of all, you don't have any double bond equivalence, right? Do you have any double bond equivalence here? Do you have double bond equivalence?
No, sir.
So you don't have any double bond. Double bond equivalence is 0. That means this is a straightforward molecule. Okay. So So you have just normal chain. There is no cycle, no unsaturation. So normal chain. Okay, you can have like straight chain or you can have side. Okay, substitutions. So what could be the possible? How many isomer you can get from here? Can anybody quickly tell? So 4 carbon. So you can write 4 carbon like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 1 chloro. You can put chloro here. Okay, 1. Another case, you can take this 4 carbon chloro. You can place here or here. The both the position same, right? So just can take this one. This middle, both the carbons are same. I can take this one. Another option is I have this one. Okay, these are the 3 structures you can have from this formula. Now tell me, among these 3 structures, which one is the correct structure? First of all, you have to find out the correct structure, and that one to get, you can easily take the proton NMR to look down. Okay, so to find out what would be the structure, which one? 2. Yes, correct.
Number 2.
Number 2 is the correct structure. Okay, number 2 is the correct structure. If you consider 2, you have here 1 proton, here 2 protons. Okay, both will be multiplet, and this one will be triplet. This will be you have this one will be doublet, and this one will be triplet. Okay, so now tell your assignment from this one is already done. Okay, this structure give the numbering. Okay, from the lowest number. Okay, from the far away. Like if I let me freshly write. Okay, if I take this is chlorine, I can give numbering. This is 1 carbon. This is 2 carbon. This is 3 carbon. This is 4 carbon. If I take from okay, so what I am getting is so your 1 is the triplet. So this is I have 1 carbon, 1 proton. This will be doublet. So doublet is this methyl, right? So it is 4. Now you have a multiplet. Now this multiplet is lower value. Okay, chemical shift. So you have between these 2, this is attached to it. 3 is attached to its chlorine, so that proton will have higher value. Okay, so 3 will be, and 4 is this one. 4 no, not 4. 2 is this one. Okay, so this is assigned. Now your job is to assign the 13C, means which carbon will be which one. Okay, if you are done, that is done. So now it is very simple. You don't need to go even the COSY also. Okay, you can just directly correlate with this one. Okay, because your 1 is you are done with the proton assignment. Okay, this is your 1. Now where it will match with the 13C, that is 1. Okay, so it is matching here. So your 10 is 1. This is 1 carbon. Now 4 is matching here. 20 will be 4. You have 2 is coming here. 35. That is 2. Okay, and have 3, which is around 60. Okay, so this is 60. So you are done with the assignment. Okay, so which carbon is which one? So now when you do this type of problem, I will suggest you always give numbering to the molecule. Okay, and after solution you can give the number which value is for what. Okay, when you make final conclusion, here I am giving in the figure itself, but in the exam, if it is coming, you write the proton value. Okay, write the proton chemical shift, del ppm. Okay, so you give the value. Understood? So it is suppose 1, del ppm 1, you have del ppm 1.5, you have del ppm 1.8, and you have del ppm around 4. Okay, 4.0. Okay, now you give the assignment. Okay, so assignment of the carbon proton. So proton number 1, like this one. Okay, proton number 1, proton number 4, proton number 2, proton number 3. Okay, now you give the 13C value. Okay, put the value del ppm, and similarly you put the number. Okay, so the last that will be your complete this one. Don't put in this because you have spectrum in your question, so you can make a tabular form and give the values. Okay, and if your spectrum you have to draw, then you have to draw, and there you can assign itself. Okay, so this is a simplest one. You can just verify with your COSI whether it is matching or not. Okay, so according to the numbering, it was the 1. This one was, can anybody quickly tell the doublet? What was the numbering? 4.
Oh, sir.
Then you have multiplied 2. Here you have multiplied 3. Okay, so similarly you have 1, 4, 2, and 3. Okay, so now if you look at 1 will match with 1 to give a diagonal spot, so it is okay. Then you have 2, 4, 4, then you have 2, 2, then you have 3, 3. Now off diagonal spot, your in the structure you have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 3 and 4 are coupling, 3 and 2 are coupling. Okay, and 2 and 1 are coupling. Okay, so you'll have 3 coupling. So 1 and 2 coupling, 3 2 coupling, 3 4 coupling. So you'll see the 3 diagonal spot means total 6 diagonal spot. Okay, so here you have 2 is coupling. Let me start with the 1. So 1 is coupling with the 2. So 1 you have coupling here, and you have 2 here. So this is 1 2 coupling. Okay, now you have this one, other 2 are here, here 2, here 2. If you consider this one, so 4 and 3 are coupling. So this is 4 3 3 4, you can tell 3 4. Okay, and this is the and 4. So 2 and 4. If you consider this one, what is this one? You are having 2 and 3. So this is I'm doing something wrong. Where I'm, this is 2 and 4. So this is 4 and 2. So this is 2 and wait, is 2 and 3. Where I did the mistake. This is 4 and this is 3. 3 and 4. You have this one is 3. This one is, this is coming. You have here. So you have 3 2 and 3 4. So why it is 2 4? This is 2 2 3. This is 3. This 4 I am confusing. Okay, this is 2 3. We have this one 2 is coming from here 2. Okay, and here you have 3. So this is 2 3, and this one is, who can tell, this is 4 and 3. So here 3
3 4.
3 4. Okay, so these are the assignment you can quickly find out. So this is done. And one thing here, you have 35 is CH2, Okay, 35 is CH2 because this is down. So this CH2 is coming as 35. Okay, this is 35. Okay. Yeah, so this is full assignment of the molecule. Now let us come to a bigger, tougher problem. So let us consider one molecule here for assigning. So you have the geraniol. It is one of the terpene molecule, natural product used in fragrance. Okay. So this molecule, if you look at, I have given the numbering already. Okay. You just need to do the numbering of this depth 35, 135. Okay. DPT. So this DPT 135. Okay. First of all, you tell me how many carbon is there where there is no hydrogen in this molecule. There is no hydrogen. How many carbons are there like?
2 carbon.
2 carbon, right? The carbon number
3
3
and 7.
and 7. Okay. There is no hydrogen attached to it. Okay. So we will not see the spot of that carbon in depth 135, right? So the molecule is having total, if you look at 10 carbon, so we'll be seeing 8 peak. Okay. Let us count the 8 peak. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here you have 2 very close. Okay. If you look at, just separated. Okay. So you have 7, 8. Okay. So these are the 8 peaks. Now you have to assign which carbon is for what. It's very clear that you have 3 CH2. Now in this molecule, you have here 1 CH2, here 1 CH2, here 1 CH2. So CH2, if I consider in the molecule, you have carbon 1, carbon 4, and carbon 5, right? So these are the places you have the CH2. How many CH you have in this molecule? Can anybody tell? How many CH?
2 CH,
2 CH. So you have here 1, carbon 2,
carbon 2 and carbon 6.
carbon 6. So you have 2 CH, and how many CH3? You have 3 CH3. Okay. So carbon 8, 9, and 10. And that part is actually very difficult, this CH3. Okay. Other are very, very prominent and you can easily identify. Okay. Now look at the proton NMR. This is the COSY given. Okay. Now in this COSY, what we see here, this around 0, this is TMS, so you don't need to consider. This is TMS. Now you have peaks here, and that peaks are not so good. Okay. Just let me tell you the multiplicity so that you can assign. Okay. This one you can take it as triplet. This is triplet. This is doublet. This one I don't consider as the peak. Okay. This one you have 2 peaks merged here. Okay. One is triplet, another is multiplet. Okay. This one you have 2 protons. They are very close to each other. Okay. And here another. So you have 3 peaks here. This is one singlet. This is, you see, a broadened peak. Actually, you have 2 singlet merged here. So you have 2s. Okay, 2 singlet. Understood? So they are very close to each other, and that you can see from this side. The y-axis, if you look at, you will understand a bit. That is a bit splitted out. So you have, this is TMS, This one you have singlet, you have here two singlet, you have one multiplet, one triplet. This is not a peak for the molecule. This is a doublet, you have triplet here, you have triplet. Okay, this is the original Koji spectra. It's very haphazard. You're getting a lot of spots. Now try to just first find out the diagonal spot. Okay, if you look at the diagonal spot, you have here the huge diagonal spot, and that is all due to this singlets. Okay, this singlet, and here these three singlet, y-axis and x-axis, they are coming very nearby, so he is becoming a very broad one. Okay, now here you have a triplet and multiplet, and here triplet multiplet, they are very close to each other, so that's why that are also coming as a broad one. Okay, the x, I have neglected this one. This is just simple. Okay, if you put x and y axis, that will come also, so we don't consider this as any peak. Okay, the doublet, this is another diagonal spot. You have triplet here. Okay, and you have another triplet here. So this is the diagonal spot. Off diagonal spot, let us first assign how many off diagonal spot you have. If you look at this triplet, highest value 5.5. Okay, and another triplet you have maybe 5.2 or 1. Okay, let us consider this is 5.5, this is 5.1, and this doublet you have around you just consider 4.1. Okay, this is you consider 4.1. Excuse me, 4.1. If you consider, these two are very close to each other, triplet and multiplet, so you have a you can consider around 2 and 2 point maybe 2 you consider. So you consider the multiplet at 2 and triplet you consider 2 point maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 1 you can consider. Then you have singlet. The singlets you are having around 1.6. Okay, and you have 1.78. So 1.6, this one you consider 1.6, and these two are very close. You can consider 1.75 and 1.8. Okay, these are the different spots. So off diagonal spot, you have here off diagonal spot. Okay, this is coming from a doublet from y, and a triplet 5.5, that one. Okay, so similarly is opposite, you will get this one. So doublet from x and triplet from y 5.5 ppm. Other peaks you have here. If you look at this one, okay, maybe the multiplet one, and so multiplet and this triplet 5.1, okay, they are interacting. Okay, so you have 5.1 and this one. Okay, that to another off diagonal spot. You have off diagonal spot here. Your find out. Okay, it's very difficult to look into this around 1.5, but these are all methyl, and if you look at the methyl, okay, so all the methyls are here. They are not having any kind of coupling, right? The far distance coupling they have, but usual coupling we don't see. So this we can neglect. Okay, these are all coming from the methyl. Okay, so this part maybe we can neglect. Okay, this part are close to all are in the range of methyl. So we are not considering that one, because if you look at the structure, methyls are not doing any kind of coupling. Okay. So now you have to find out the assigning the peak. So first of all, you can quickly assign this one 60. Okay, CH2. This should be definitely this one 1. Okay, right? And other two around 40 and 20 something, that value will be these two CH2, 4 and 5. Now you have to find out which one is higher and which one is lower. Okay, between 4 and 5. So based on that it will come. But you can, if you look at the COSY, head code, from there you can easily assign which one. Okay. Let us look at the head code to assign the CH2. Okay, so you have, this is your head code spectrum. Okay, this one, this CH2, this is the highest one, the carbon number 1. You have this one. You have two CH2 here. One can be 4, another can be 5. Okay, that we have to find out. Now, if you look at here, this is also complicated. You have one spot here, another spot here. So this is 1 and this is 1. That two will be 2 CH2. You see, this is a bit left shifted, so that means this is here. This is this one. Okay, and this one is this one. Now, if you look at that, actually two are here. Okay, one is multiplet, another is triplet. Okay, between these two, you see, this is a bit upper side, this is a bit lower side. So this is a bit low, this is a bit upper side. Okay, so if this is upper side, so this side is this one. Okay, and this one is this one. Are you getting? So these two we can find out. So now which one is multiplet and which one is triplet, based on that your assignment will be. Okay, if you look at the 4, okay, 4 is going to be triplet and 5 is going to be multiplet. 5 you have the 6 coupling and 4 coupling. Okay, 5 is going to be multiplet. So here, if I take this side is the multiplet, that should be 5, and if it is, I'm taking triplet, so this should be 4. So 4 and 5 in proton number, 4 and 5. 4 is higher than 5. Here, if you look at this is, so proton, the 4 is higher than 5. This is 4, this is 5. If I take 4 is this one. So 4 is having this, 5 is this one. Okay, so actually these two peaks are very close to each other, and it's very difficult to find out which one is triplet and which one is multiplet. Okay, if what I am telling, if that is the case, then your situation is like this. So you have 4, 5 and 1, but don't worry, if I give in the exam, the peak will be very nice and you can easily track it. Okay, that is not the issue. So here you have 3 methyl. Okay, so you have 3 methyl, that 3, and you have, this is your carbon number 1. Okay, so 3 methyl, if you remember, you have 8, 9 and 10. These 3 were the methyl. So you can have 8, 9 and 10, but which one is what, based on that the del value. Okay. Now you have these two triplet. Now two triplet, if you look at the structure, what are the triplets? Here the higher value, this will be a triplet, right? This is a triplet, and this will also be a triplet. So 2 and 6, they will be triplet. Now between 2 and 6, 2 will be higher than 6, okay, because 2 is closer to oxygen. So this will be 2 and this will be 6. Okay. If you go here, 2 will be higher and this is 6. Okay. Now in this 13C, the 6 is higher and 2 is lower. So you have, this is 6, this is 2. Okay. So this way we can find out what is the numbering. Only thing is that the methyl I will not assign, because methyl is very difficult to assign in this case. If you don't know actual, but here I have given the numbering, but it's very difficult to assign the methyl. If you look at the structure, your methyls are really difficult. You have the okay, let me quickly tell one information for the exam, which is NEFT spectra. So just I'll take 5 minutes and quickly conclude. Okay. So your the screen is visible, right? You can see the screen. Okay. Let me quickly. You can see the screen.
No, sir.
No? Oh, it got disconnected actually. That's why I'm asking. Just let me again share the screen quickly. It is visible now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So NEFT is quite similar to DFT. Okay, so NEFT, NEPT. So here actually the terminology is insensitive nuclei enhanced by polarization transfer. Okay, so in DFT, distortionless enhancement by polarization transfer. Here insensitive nuclei enhanced. Insensitive nuclei is getting enhanced by polarization transfer. It's, as I discussed, is almost quite similar. But here what we see in DFT, you can have enhancement 13C. Here also enhancement 13C and 13C nuclei, you know the gyromagnetic ratio is very low, and proton nuclei, you know the gyromagnetic ratio is very high. Okay, sorry, proton. So it is 4 times, right? So this is equal to 4 times of 13C. So this nuclei is not so much sensitive, 13C. Okay, and proton is sensitive. So polarization is transferred from proton to 13C. Okay. Now in NEPT, what is done actually, it is a difference pulse time delay sequencing. Okay, where one of the sequencing is 180-degree pulse. Okay, 180-degree pulse, and 180-degree pulse means you have completely changing the phase opposite. Okay, if you quickly go through the same diagram, you have 6 population, here 2 population, here 1, here 5. Okay, so if you take the proton here, 13C and proton, what you will see, this is proton transition 2 and 6, here 4 at the ground state excess nuclei, so you have the 4 intensity. Here also this is proton transition, here excess nuclei 4. Okay, you have 4, so H1 and H2. 13C, this C1 and C2. What is the excess nuclei ground? 1. Here excess nuclei ground 1. Okay, so you have 1:1. This is the spectrum, regular spectrum. Now, as I told, like 180-degree pulse you have to give. So what you have to do, you are changing, which means reversing this one. This is going here, this is going here. So 6 is going there, 2 position, and 2 is coming to the 6th position. Similarly, you have this is just reversing. Okay. So when you do that one, then if you look the 13C, so it became 6. This is 1. Sorry, this is 6. This is 2. This is 5. This is 1. So if I do first the polarization of 1H, what I am getting the 13C, the C1. This is C1. If you look at 1 and 6, okay. So this ratio, the excess nucleus is 5. So that's why this is 5. Okay. Now, if you look at the situation C2, what is happening here? This is 5, this is 3, just reverse, right? So that's why it is minus 3. So 2 minus 5 minus 3. So it is changing the phase, okay? And if you do the opposite, H2, if you do the 180 degree pulse, if you apply, it will be the similar thing, just the opposite. If you count, it will be same. It is 6, this is 2, okay? Now you are changing the H2. So this is becoming 5, this is 1, okay? And if you calculate, this is the situation. Now, in NEPT, what happens is, this is one of the phase you have to consider where 180 degree is required, but it is not confined with 180 degree. You have other phases too, okay, sequences. Now, in this case, the most important part is the delay time, okay, and delay time is with respect to J coupling, okay, HCH coupling, okay. 1/4 CH coupling, you can have 1/2 JCH, and you can have 3/4 JCH. Okay, I'm not going to this vector diagram and all, because this is not important with respect to exam. Very complicated. If anybody is specially interested, we can discuss. But in terms of different exams, what is important is the delay time is considered in terms of J, where we use the NEFT spectrum. Okay, and if I come to the exact situation, here also we will have CH, CH2, CH3. That carbon will be looking at exactly from like DFT, but only difference here, DFT was 45 degree, 90 degree. You have 135 degree, but here that in DFT it was the theta angle. Here you have the time delay with respect to J. So 1/4 J CH. In that case, you have CH will be positive, CH2 will be positive, CH3 will be positive. So you have all peaks will be getting. If there is no hydrogen, no peak, similar to DFT. For 1/2 JCH, you will have CH peak only, okay, and you have 3/4 JCH. You will see CH and CH3, but CH2 you will have opposite phase, okay, opposite phase. It's just the DFT only you have change here. Sometimes you may get question in terms of the J, okay. So this is the thing what I am trying to tell. Otherwise, the other parts are quite similar, okay. In the question, you can get this type of data, okay. So they can give the J information, and you have to tell what is the structure, okay. So I'll try to give some of the problems so that you can try to solve that one, okay. So in the next class, from tomorrow, we'll be discussing the mass spectrum, okay. I'm closing here. We have class that is waiting. So thank you for attending the class. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow again.
Thank you, sir.